from Diamond Rio has Aaron Ramsey from Mountain Heart. And the track went pretty well. It was one of the early tracks we recorded for the record, and it's going out the radio next month.
Okay, Brent Creek. You should call all those guys in Nashville right now. They can listen to this via, we stream this on WPON.com. So we get listeners in England, we get listeners in Australia.
Great.
Obviously Nashville, LA, they could all be tuning into this. You guys got a Facebook?
Yes.
Daniel Warren.
Give me anything you got for the web. I'll make sure it goes on the Doctor Doo-Wop site.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
Yeah, he'll link some changes.
And the website is DanielWarrenBand.com.
Okay. Well, you can write that down before you leave, and I'll make sure to put it on Dr. Doo-Wop's Facebook.
Thanks.
David Mosley's going to call in. Tom Carroll will call in. Stubbs Grove is going to call in. So this is a great time to play the song, too. 5:25 is the drive time. It's bumper-to-bumper traffic right now. And this station beams way out towards Flint, Schwartz Creek, and all the expressways that, headed out that way. It booms. I was even in Franken just a couple of weeks ago, and you could hear it right downtown Franken.
Outstretched arms and we dangle a line, praying softly that a fish would hit. We'd string our trophies and bring them home for something only mama could fix. Many times it was a twisted arm that would hold the lard and butter. My mouth with water prepared with love only born.
James, is it a drum machine?
Doesn't sound like one, but it's pretty steady. But the drums itself sound like a real kid.
It is. Mel Watts, he plays drums with Little River Band. Was the drummer for it.
He's picture perfect. James produces some stuff. That's why he had a James stuff.
Sounds like a real drum sound, but it's steady. Right on.
Yeah, but most the drum machines have that artificial.
Boom, boom, bop, boom, boom, bop, boom, boom, bop.
I like it. It's contemporary sounding, but it also has that older sound to it too. Like early 80s, early to mid 80s, but it's also contemporary sounding.
Got some harmonica. And you play guitar in this?
I actually play piano.
Piano? Wow.
Piano and organ, I guess.
Why Nashville to record the CD?
Well, I used all Nashville musicians for one. I wanted to do the studio. We did it the old-fashioned way. We actually recorded the tape. So I went down to Martina McBride's husband has a place down in Nashville that everybody recommended. So I went down there and did it.
It's very interesting that you come from the Detroit area, born and raised?
Yes.
How many other musicians are out there, do you think, right now, playing in bands and don't have the ability to write a song? Just play cover song, just cover it.
Well, there's quite a few people that struggle with that, but you'd be surprised. There are a lot of people that write songs, a lot more than you would think.
And to me, it's a rather interesting combination. How old were you when you started?
When I started writing, 8.
8?
Yes. That's when I wrote my first song.
Okay, and what instrument do you play?
I play piano mostly, but I like many other instruments as well.
It's a repeating story, Benny, where young, aspiring artists early on in their career, you know, barely able to
What is your name?
graduate from high school even, and they were already doing stuff.
Okay, very good.
You kind of heard that story from Duke Fakur when, from the Four Tops. We told you when he was starting out and writing songs and making music history, kind of.
When we go to Tom Carroll. Tom, are you there?
Yes, is this Dr. Doo-Wop?
It is the Doctor of Doo-Wop.
The Doctor of Doo-Wop.
Now, Tom Carroll, I want you to, oh, there we go. I want you to know that in the studio tonight we have Dan Warren and Kevin McKay. Dan Warren has a band. And got Rick Rowden, who's the boss of the applesauce for the Big Fish Festival. And your buddy Benny Jett is here with me. Say hi.
Excellent.
When you introduce Rick, you're supposed to say also from Coaches, right? Coaches. Now there are no more. You got rid of that place? Oh, well, see, I'm out of the loop.
Put this in the top actually. Now play. We're gonna go to number 10 on that disc. Hold it tighter. Tom Carroll, actually, Tom Carroll and I, we met up some time ago. I can't remember when, Tom. I think
it's probably been a couple of years, something like that.
I think Jerry Connolly introduced us.
Yes, that's correct.
And I was lucky enough to go down and catch a few songs that they did. They were there Friday night at Athens Coney, and then again.
That's right, at the Dream Cruise, Friday night and Saturday.
And Saturday. Did you guys get caught up in the big wind on Saturday?
No, we had it. It was perfect. We played from 11 till 1, and it was before the rain and the wind and everything.
And I said, even though I heard Tom, I'm still going to have him play at the Big Fish Festival.
Oh, even though you heard me, great. I feel overwhelmed with that.
And go ahead and play a little bit of that background song. Tom, what sort of people do you like to cover?
Well, I pretty much cover mainly Buddy Holly and Neil Sedaka.
Buddy Holly and Neil Sedaka. Now, by the way, I saw Neil Sedaka in Vegas a couple of years ago. Yeah, he's an old codger now, by the way.
Well, so we're all old codgers, unfortunately.
But I'm telling you, the guy still has the ability to play piano, rock and roll, and he looked pretty good with his group doing all his songs.
Yeah, it's amazing. He's held it together pretty good, hasn't he?
How did you get started in the business, Tom?
Well, actually, I started back in high school. I did a lot of rock and roll when people like the Rolling Stones and the Beatles were just coming out. And we did all those songs back in high school. We were playing all the current rock and roll hits like The Who and the Guess Who and that kind of stuff. And I kind of fooled around through high school and college, and then I got married, settled down, and then a bunch of guys got together and gave me a surprise birthday party when I was 40, and met some of the old guys from the band, and we started back up again. So
are those the Viceroys?
No, actually, we kind of parted ways after a few years. Everybody's family and whatever got in the way, but I bumped into Jerry Connolly when I was doing Neil Sedaka impersonation. Actually, I was singing at a bar, and a promoter heard me and said, "Man, you'd be a great Neil Sedaka." So I learned some Neil Sedaka songs, and he booked me for a number of shows with Neil Sedaka. And somehow I bumped into Jerry and said, "Hey, we need you in the band. You just little vocals and keyboard playing." So I did that, and it just kind of transitioned to a few different other things. So.
15. And so you've been doing Buddy Holly, Neil Sedaka now for quite a few years, Tom?
Yeah, quite a few years, probably 5, 6, 7 years. And playing with the Viceroys, doing 50, 60s music for probably 6, 7, 8 years.
You guys actually, yeah, you guys sounded actually pretty good.
Well, you either were...
And I wasn't drinking at the time either.
I was going to suggest that, but either that or you had some earplugs in. But
oh, you actually.
So I guess we sound pretty good. We're happy with what you sound like. We have a good time up there on stage. We enjoy, entertaining the crowd and having some fun. We enjoy it.
So Tom Carroll's going to be out at the Big Fish Festival on Saturday between 2 and 5 o'clock. You'll have to catch him. Going to do a little, put the glasses on and do a little Buddy Holly, right?
You got it. Going to do some Peggy Sue, and that'll be the day and so forth. So, yep, glasses will be on. We'll be ready to rock and roll.
We should remind everybody, Dr. Franklin, that this is free for everybody. They can bring the family, get in the front row, and see the entertainment, participate in some of the art fair, the fishing contest.